They're great opponent coming in UNLV. We're excited to have that game here, and a great opportunity for our fans to see one of the great programs in the history of college basketball. And the runarounds are a big part of the history of basketball. So get them coming in here. We lost a game to them last year that was little seesaw battle in MGM and in Vegas, and a game we played most of the game without LeBron. He got hurt. We fell down 9 at half and fought our way back and took some leads, and then to their credit, they pulled it out. But this is a little different Vegas team than last year. They've got some new faces and a good amount of them, and we're going to have to be very good. They're very long. They're very athletic. They're an elite rebounding team. They're not a good rebounding team. They're an elite rebounding team. The Houston kid is one of the most motored up guys that I have seen. We faced him last year. He's averaging 10 rebounds a game. He's a terrific offensive rebounder, and they're plus 11 in their wins on the glass. So we've got to do a very, very good job of team rebounding, and we've got to limit their second chance opportunities. It'll be a big factor in tomorrow's game.
Brad, how pleased were you with the first half against Ohio State, particularly later in the first half, and how do you expand that?
Yeah, very pleased. I mean, the thing we did was we took a senior guard in C.J. Jackson, who's been playing great, and their leading scorer. They couldn't put him in the game, and we broke him. And it wasn't just the fact that we got turnovers. It was really nice to see Kipper get in a passing lane. We've been fighting him on that for 18 months now, and get 2 steals and 2 easy baskets. And hopefully that's something he likes, and he'll continue to do those things. And it was letting your defense generate offense. And yet we did it without fouling for the most part in the first half. And I told our guys last night, I said, the one thing with being 2-7, and playing the schedule we've played, is we've identified what our problems are. And we don't have a false reality of playing, being 7-2 and really playing nobody and not knowing. We understand that our performance in the second half has changed. It's been different. Points per possession has dramatically gone to the negative side, and we've got to change that. And we're figuring out as a staff: is it getting to the arena too early? Is it our halftime warm-ups? Is it anything that we can possibly do to change that? And I told our guys last night, it's about now maturing, growing up. We've identified the problem, and now we need to fix it. And we had 6 fouls in the first 4 minutes, and there wasn't a good one in there. And they're just silly fouls, and we've got to change that.
Is part of that the opponents making their adjustments and a young team having to figure out how to respond?
Ohio State didn't make many adjustments. They kept doing what they do, and the same things they tried in the first half. They opened the second half with same play and same actions, and there wasn't a big factor in anything that they did. It was more just us being really, really flat.
Kipper mentioned on Tuesday or Wednesday, I guess, trying to get that consistency and that energy for the full 40 minutes. And he said, in practice on Thursday, he was going to try to figure something else out. Have you seen just a different feeling around this team now that it's easy to identify what the concern is?
Well, we talk about it all the time. It's right there in front of us. It's not something that's we're searching for. It's a consistent 40 minutes, and then it compounds. We missed 18 layups in that game, and that stresses then your defense, and one area hurts the other. So we've got to continue to play. We got great shots, unbelievable shots against Ohio State. Everything we wanted. We got wide open threes. We got layups. The one thing that I didn't think we did a very good job of is we're one of the top three-point shooting teams in the country. We got the ball in the paint and we didn't spray it very well. We missed AJ 12 times where he's standing wide open. And we've got to understand that he's an elite shooter. Iowa's an elite shooter. And we've got to understand that when those guys are open, we need to make those kicks and we don't have to shoot it every time we drive it in there. But yeah, we're finding consistency. We have identified it, and now we've got to keep growing to fix it.
How's Trent responded the last 2 days?
We didn't do anything yesterday. Yesterday was film day, and you know, there's a bruise on the tailbone, and he'll he went today in practice, so you know we'll expect him in the lineup tomorrow.
Any
Nice to
update
be
on
home. Nice to be in this arena.
It's nice to sleep in my own bed. It's nice to unpack the attaché and know that it's going to stay unpacked for a while. And yeah, we've got an elite facility. This building is so great, and the one thing about it is we've got the best fans in the country, and to have the opportunity when we signed this game with UNLV, it was to reward our fans, basically. I mean, to bring a great opponent in here, and to they deserve that in this building, and we're going to continue to do that. But it's been a long road. It's been a lot of travel, and great opponents. But it's great to be back here.
That little stretch where you turned Ohio State over 3 or 4 times in a row, is that the type of game that you envision the system to be?
We're not going to turn people over 3 or 4 times in a row consistently, but it's those opportunities. If you do it twice or 3 times a game, it's, you know, you get an 8-0 run, a 10-2 run. Those become monumental, and you know, then you make layups, and those runs win you games. And then it's just being solid after that. I mean, but our effort was fun. We kept showing our guys at the bench how excited our bench was during that segment, how excited the crowd was. I mean, for I don't know what 5,000 fans there, they were going nuts, and how exciting that is. It doesn't have to be that for 40 minutes, and it's not going to be that. But those stretches are extremely positive, and that's what we're looking for, is the opportunity just to wear on people over the course of 40 minutes, where they have those moments at the end of a first half where there's 3 or 4 turnovers and we go down and capitalize.
Haven't had much practice time with this group, a lot of games, so how important are the coming weeks after tomorrow?
Huge. Coach's dream. You know, it's literally today is, you know, was prep. Yesterday was film, post game, and then you know, we've been in a lot of. It gets very difficult with a young team to add a whole bunch because they need reps to remember, and we haven't had a ton of that. And so now we get into finals week, and there's obviously a tremendous importance for the academic load and what's in front of them there, but it's also an opportunity when they don't have finals and aren't studying that when we're on the practice court we can really get dialed in on some things and add some things and continue to grow that way.
Any update on Tevian's status?
We'll not be in uniform tomorrow.
We know V was kind of Trent's breakout game last year's. Any message to maybe some other freshmen like Io or Allen that can click in this game or this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all those guys that you know, it's the instant gratification we all want, and it just doesn't work that way. And Trent is a gleaming example of you know, last year, and I first Big Ten game hardly played him, and then he started to find his way. And you know, in Io's case, I've been really pleased with Io. His numbers are tremendous. Now he's missed some shots that he normally makes. That's comfort, and he can't dwell on that. Allen is a guy that I feel very confident in, and I love his ability because he's such an elite shooter. Every time he shoots it, I think it's going in. I got to get that on the court more. And I had a conversation with both those guys yesterday. Just keep doing what you do, keep working, and good things happen to those who work hard. And both those guys are putting in their time.
Has Tevian been doing? Have you seen from Tevian what you want to see to get back on this team potentially soon?
Yeah, it's it's a standard that we hold all of our athletes to, and he's a terrific young man. He's conscientious, and sooner than later, some point he keeps working and on the court, and he'll be back in a Illini uniform, and that'll make all of us smile.
You mentioned that gratification. How much would a win mean for confidence and confidence for this team?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And we need a win, and we got a very challenging schedule. UNLV's part of it. Next one after that's part of it. The one following that's part of it. It's not where there's a lot of sub 250 teams coming in here that you can gain confidence that way. We got to go out and beat people. Winning's hard, and we got to go out and play it the right way and earn it. And we keep talking about nobody gives you anything. We've got to go earn it. And but all it takes is one, and you get that feel good going again, and confidence, and a lot of things can happen when you're confident. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.